talk with respect. This is the mainstream. So, got an idea. Thought about it today. Pretty cool idea, I think. So, today is Friday. So, by the time you hear this, it'll probably be either Friday night, Saturday morning, maybe Sunday. So, my thought was social experiment 1A. So, you are on your Facebook, you are on your Twitter, you are on your social platform, whatever it may be. That social platform, you come across a lot of things that you agree with and a lot you don't. So, my challenge to you as a social experiment, and we'll talk about it later on down the week, maybe this weekend, is you can't say anything negative. You can't say anything negative, but you have to respond. Even if you disagree, you can't be idly silent. So, what can you say that can change the situation, the aura of the people that you're interacting with? Are you at the mercy of whatever happens and just whatever happens is what they say is what happens? Or can you truly change the outcome simply by being humane and sometimes more than such? But a lot of times we go to the level of someone else. Some would call it dumbing down, but that's not a positive term. No one responds well to that. Maybe people just don't understand sometimes. It really doesn't matter. What comes to is this. If we can take the time to focus on the positive as much as we focus on the negative, I think it'd be all right. It'd be all right. Challenge. Seriously. Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, no matter what is done, said to you, you have to respond in a positive way. And then at the end of the weekend, on Monday, let's talk about it. I truly think that benefits everybody. But it's an exercise, kind of like if you smoke, stop smoking. Yeah, good luck with that. You might not do it every day. You might take a couple of puffs here and now. No one's perfect, right? Nor do we expect you to be. But I think that if you had it in your mind to try to do that, as I'm going to have it in mind, I think the outcome will be quite different than we probably would expect. And I hope some people that think exact opposite of you interact with you all weekend long and try your ass, because that makes you better. Something they said about sharpening iron, steel, something. You get it. That's not tough. It's internal, which makes it tough within you. But the truth is, we have the capacity to do that. So what do you lose? Better question. What do you gain? I include myself in anything I say to you or ask to you and say, hey, we should probably try. I think it's a learning experience. I think it's growth. We're always trying to be better human beings, hopefully. Sometimes we have different paths, but as long as we get to the same destination, don't fault that person for that. Try to help them. And it's tough because we're in our feelings a lot of the times, whether we admit it or not. Cooler heads prevail, though. Sometimes you need to take a time out. Sometimes you need to step back. But don't forget the people that you're around. You play a part. big part. So I wanted to do that social experiment. That's 1A. My 1B is when I'm going to have a couple of people on to talk to you, and I think it's going to be quite wild. It'll be totally different than what they probably expect. And it's just to have you understand how our minds work, what we say we believe and why we believe it, and how we're so damn stubborn sometimes that when it's right in front of us, we don't want to listen anyway. And I thought it was kind of enlightening to think about that as 1A social experiment, to say, for the next 2.5 days, you can't spew, talk, utter anything negative. Can you do that? Why is it even a challenge? Is the real question. But it is. But can you do it? And if you can't, will you try? I think that a lot of people that you interact with would be amazed, happy, make their day. And that's what we're here for. Good, bad, ugly. We can always find that. Everyone doesn't have all A's on the report card. Some have some C's, some have some F's. Can we treat them the same? Or not? That's up to you. I challenge you to do so. Use your time this weekend to make people feel amazing. Some of you will be in life-changing situations. Some of you will be in situations that will make people feel like they are on top of the world because of you. Nobody else, whether you admit it or not to yourself, but because of you. You have that kind of power, and you don't even know it. And you're shocked when people tell you that you do. Utilize it. Because if someone messes with someone that you love and care about, I guarantee you can utilize the opposite side of that on a moment's notice. From 1 to 1,000 in a second. Can you do the same, the opposite? And make them feel that way? And in return, you feel that way anyway? I think it's worth a try. I think that it's a great social experiment. Again, that's 1A. 1B, I'm going to flip you out a little bit. It's a little trip, but I don't want to give it out because the two people I'm going to have don't really know what I'm going to ask them. But they're like you, think like you, speak like you, look like you. Some form of fashion. Smart, intelligent. But let's make this a thinking moment with your thinking caps on. In this day and age, with what's going on outside and what you hear on not only the internet but on TV, you're inundated with it on your radio, all these things pulling you certain ways, you vehemently believe a certain way. I challenge you, take a step back and look at everything around you, not just what's going on in your world. It's amazing if you truly did it. Keep calm. Relax. Think. Don't react. Think. Slow down, killer. That's what I would say. So my friends, family, all you peeps that are out there that I mess with, talk to, interact with, you're super intelligent. You have the capacity to change people's lives. The ones that I talk to and interact with, I know they do. We get in our feelings sometimes, including myself, and we kind of short step and shortcome some people because we feel what we feel. Usually we come back off of that in time and we still do what we need to, but man, we are leaders. People follow because we have something to say. Use your intelligence for that. You're smart like that. You know what I'm talking about. Regardless if you're mad, if you feel a certain way, someone else needs the words that are said. You don't have to know them. You don't have to be friends with them. Hell, you don't even have to work or be an associate of them. All that matters is they hear your words and it resonates with them. And really, truthfully, that's what you're supposed to do anyway. It's not really an experiment because you have the capacity to do it. It's an experiment for you to think in your mind, am I doing it? Am I doing it when I want to? Or am I doing it all the time? And we're not all the time. But just like we're talking about an experiment, if you're trying to stop doing something, you're not going to go to cold turkey. You're going to slow down on it. You're going to start really paying attention, be conscientious of everything. And I hope that I can make you and pique your curiosity to be conscientious of how you make people feel. Again, I'm not saying anything to you that I'm not internally saying to myself. I am a work in progress just like you. That's the beauty of it though, right? It's that inner mind of you that says what you don't normally want to say, but you know you're thinking it all the time. And then you wait until you either fester or till it kind of dissipates and then you're okay. But it's there. And it's okay to have it there. It makes you feel alive. It keeps you on point. And it's okay. Communicated effectively, it's always okay. Vehemently or not. Always speak your mind. Say what you feel. I assure you, even when you think people don't hear you, they do. But you are amazing people. You are amazing people because people say you are, and they hang around with you, and they listen to you, and they ask you for your advice. If you didn't matter, even in your mind, why would they do that? And don't discount them because of their life and where they're at, and they're asking you, and you're saying, hey, well, they don't have this or they're not doing that, so it really doesn't count. That's not true. Every life matters. In this particular situation, the conversation about talking to people and being positive, it all matters. And you should always think that way. Sometimes we get so inundated with life and everything's just coming at us 100 miles an hour. And we need to be reminded sometimes. So I'm reminding you. Because sometimes I'm reminded as well. Be good to people. You're not perfect. You will fail. It's okay. But man, keep trying. It benefits everyone around you. It just does. Write your story, chapter by chapter. Some chapters are horrible. Some chapters are amazing. But keep writing your damn book. And then, when it's over, let them judge it by it. But do what you can now. Because people look up to you and they listen to you even when you don't think they do. You are not just taking up space. But the space you take up, be responsible for it. Especially if you're old enough to understand that. And as you get old enough to understand that, be responsible for your words and how they affect people. Don't say I don't care. I don't give a damn. Because you do. And if it mattered to you specifically, you definitely would. But it shouldn't have to. So be careful. You just never know. And if you're that person that says, I don't care, okay. I won't waste my time on that because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that I interact with that are very intelligent and have a character and a characteristic that I've told them. And even these are people that I just speak with them on just maybe every time I see basis. The characteristic, and it's really not one, but I call it that, it's called selfless. You can, especially if necessary, be selfless. You can. You have the capacity to do that. Moms with their children inherently have this. So the other party, which is men, that's sometimes the problem in women that are very angry. But the truth is that capacity, characteristic is amazing. It changes the game. Empathy, selfless, change the game. It's not easy though. Words are powerful. Got to know what they mean. Not just say them because someone said them and you think you know what they mean. Because when you say them to someone, their interpretation might be very different than what you're saying. So be clear when you speak. You're good people. All the stuff that you read on the internet, interact with, if it's negative, hey, speak your piece, but in a positive way and let it alone. Don't feed into that. Then, if you do, get you off your target, the people that are in your everyday life that are right there with you, they're going to be affected by that. Because they see it on you, whether it be something that's on your face or something that is just in your mannerisms. Three days. Friday, 10:43 now. You have till Sunday after the Cowboys play. And you will be tested. You will be tested after the game. That's when you'll really know. If they win, really won't be hard for you. But if they lose, you will be tested. And we'll see if you can keep the communication on a good level and say something positive. Wow. Man, that's a great experiment. Because I'm a Cowboy fan. Woo, I don't know if I can do it, though. But I'll try. Matter of fact, that's my next one. That's my podcast after the Cowboys game. Win, lose, or draw, I will do a podcast. And I'm going to say, I'm going to adhere to my words. And if I don't, you will definitely call me out on it. And we'll go from there. This is something I want to do. And it's growth. It's growth. I want you all to have such an amazing weekend. Be good to somebody. You know, a lot of people are suffering right now because of COVID and financially. And they might not tell you what's going on with them. Try to be there for everybody right now. In this time, a lot of people are going to need you. And a lot of us are proud and we won't say anything. Just let people know you're there and not be hollow about it. You know, I mean, it's tough to ask anybody for anything anyway, but just let them know you're there in case. It takes a lot. It's important. It's very important, especially right now. People need people, and people need you. People need you to be good to them. People need to hear positive things from you. They need to know it's going to be okay. And in any area of expertise that you are in, take the time to tell them what you know. Help them. I consider it our job to do that. Regardless of what's going on with you right now, what happened to you in the past, what your future may look like within you, you have the capacity to help someone in some way. Find it, use it, all the time. And you'd be amazed at the people that will do something for you. Or you can talk about the bad things and who's doing what to you. And then 5 years later, you'll be talking about the same things that your friends said and those said that did to you. Stop the madness, man. I could play a couple songs for you about that right now, but I'm not. The truth is, stop the madness. Y'all are intelligent, amazing people. Use your head. Quit being salty, man. You ain't that mad. Life is just not that horrible for you. It's just not. It could be a lot better. I agree. But what are you going to do about it? Are you going to bitch about it? Or are you going to do like you do when you want to find other things? Like you go on Google. You have 1,000 friends. You can find something out if you want to. Work-wise, character-wise, anything, fill in the blank. You can do that. It's up to you. You control you. And if you don't control you, that's on you. Don't blame anybody else, but be aware of the things that try to impede you to what you want to accomplish. Be aware, but don't let it impede you. Just do what's necessary and make it happen. Kid, make it happen. Let no one stop you, because you're a beast. Those that know me know what that means. To all those out there, I know you voted. If you haven't, go do it. If you don't know how, reach out to someone like you do on Facebook. If you don't have a way to do it, reach out to someone on Facebook or any other platform. They'll make sure you get there. And you're not just voting for a president, you're voting for everyone that's right there in your circle. Your HOAs, your school board, your county, your city, your senators. Be informed. Take the time, like you look through your scroll of your Facebook, for everybody that you're voting for. It's important that you do. It should take you 30 minutes to do so. And if you don't have 30 minutes to find out who may make differences and changes and write laws for you, you're a knucklehead. Don't be a knucklehead. Because you're not a knucklehead. Some of you are, though. Keeping it real. Folks, keep your mask on. Be cool to people. Help someone this weekend. Positive all weekend. Positive feedback. No negative, nothing. And let's talk about it Monday. To my friends, family, and people that I with, y'all are amazing. All of y'all. I am glad you're in my life. I learn from you every day. And you push me to be better. And thank you for that. I hope I do the same for you. Much love to everyone. Hey, You have your homework to do this weekend. Same bat time, same bat channel. And to those youngsters that don't know what that is, you don't need to know, because that's back in the day. This is D Mainstream. Till the next time, this has been 1A Social Experiment. 1B will be either before Monday or Monday night. I got to get those people together because you'll see that experiment. I think that's going to be real nice. You will see what people really think and what they say and what they really believe or they think they believe. It's a great exercise that I learned a long time ago, that it's something that you might want to do with your kids or with your husband, your wife, your partner, whoever it may be. I think it's insightful. I think the experiment that I'm going to use for the two people that I'm going to have on is something that could be utilized in your everyday relationship with whomever you may be with, even on a friendship level, on a passing level, friendship level, intimate level, partner level. I think if you did this exercise, I think it would be enlightening so much to both of you. I'm going to try to do the same thing. Thought about this tonight. But I think it's going to be enlightening. And matter of fact, since I just said that, I think I'm going to invite one person because I'm going to, keep tuned. Stay tuned. Monday, definitely a podcast. We'll talk about Experiment 1B. We'll talk about also this experiment and how you feel about it and how was your weekend. And we'll go from there. Till next time. Thank you all. Have an amazing weekend. Go Cowboys. Boy, you are going to be tested. And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me. D Mainstream. Next time. Social Experiment.